a wise woman once said that was on the show, a spiritual revolution has to happen before a physical one has to happen.
Mhm.
And so I know that you have a great deal of experience when it comes to being a youth in the South and experiencing racism. How do we pose that revolution, and what was that experience that you had?
I mean, the experience that I have with race is I grew up in the South, like you said, in North Carolina. It was a county called Johnston County. You guys can look it up. Smithfield, North Carolina, had the KKK that sign for the longest time. So I grew up with people that admittedly in the Ku Klux Klan. You know, I've had different situations where back in the day when the genocide happened, I was a high school. I was still a senior when all these different injustices were happening. You know, we put together a situation where we were going to wear black, unity of those people. And during that same time, all of the other students, they decided to bring Confederate flags on their trucks. And then the same, literally, like it became a mess, right? So from very young, I understood. And it was funny. I just was telling my wife the other day, I can remember coming from a place born in South Carolina where I had never seen a white person. Literally. I remember the first time I ever saw a white person. And I said, "Ma, he yellow." What's not yellow? It was like, he's not yellow, he's white. And I was like, what? Like, I don't get it. And now I'm thinking about it. Like, man, all the music I listened to, I watched on TV, I never saw a person in person that was white. And then we moved to this place that was majority white. I was the minority. And we were in the rough places all of a sudden. And you had white people who were also in those places, and then some people that were on a way higher scale. So I saw racism a lot different than what a lot of people will, because I saw people that looked like me that were in the same place as me, but then I saw them live in the same neighborhoods as the same kids that were driving Bentleys to school. So I experienced racism on the level of the black people that were better as far as financially, they treated you like the N-word too. Treated you like you were nothing too. And then the white people that were on your level financially treated you like you were nothing. And then the white people that were everybody treated the black person have anything like they were nothing. So racism ran a little deeper for me, because not only was I sitting beside people that I had to make my partner A class, and then they don't do any of the work at all, but they, hey, because your boy can debate. But not only am I sitting beside them, but also having to sit on the bus with a few people that are off neighborhoods, and they treat me just maybe even worse. So racism is definitely multi-leveled for me in those regards of how I grew up, having to fight, literally ripping down Confederate flags from the trucks those days. So I feel like I've been in this constant back and forth for a very long time. The race, you know, growing up, I was like, I'm gonna date a whole bunch of white girls, make their daddies mad. Like, that was the thing, right? I was like, yeah, like, I like you, but I know your dad's not gonna like this. And I did that because I was a young kid, and I saw racism, and I projected, and I wanted to be heard, and I felt invisible, and I wanted to do anything that I was good at. I wanted to continue to do. So if it were, you know, messing around with girls, fighting, rap music, whatever it was to bring me attention is what I did. But it was all encompassing a race thing, because regardless of how good you got at something, you still was just a little black dude. Regardless of how good your grades were, you still was just a little black dude. That didn't matter. Like, none of it mattered. So, you know, during school, I've been in fist fight, physical altercations with my resource officer. You know, the sheriff, school, all kinds of different stuff, right? Like, I've been in fights. I don't even know how I'm out. Honestly, just the things that I've done as a 16-year-old black boy in the place that I grew up, I should have never gotten. And I was very proud with things, and God blessed me to do those. Now, that's what my experience is with racism. What's the second part of your question?